Okay, so today I'm going to talk about if you're moving this summer in 2025, what are the important things that you need to know and to do with your pet, and what the planning is necessary to be done to get ready to move. So now is the end of April. So what we've got, like May, June, July, it's getting close, right? So what are the main things to do? And as you know, I'm a veterinarian as well as having as well as managing the pet travel company. So I will be in particular considering this from a the pet health point of view, not only the airline point of view. So I guess the first thing is your pet's health. That's the lovebirds making some twittering sounds in the background. Whenever I talk, she likes to make some noise. Okay, yeah, the first thing is your pet's health. So you can go and see your vet and ask them to check that your pet is going to be healthy and safe enough to travel. So Pepper's heartbeat is very nice and good and regular. So as pets get older, if you've not been to the vet and had a health check for some time, then do get your pet checked. And if there's any doubt or concerns, and if your pet is elderly, you can consider doing a blood test to check the internal organs and the medical health. You can also consider even things like an ECG or a blood pressure test, or an echo, like a heart ultrasound, to check the heart and the cardiovascular system. Because the same as people, there are it's better to be healthy before you get in an aeroplane, because it's a long period of time in the sky, and the pressure is different in the airplane as opposed to on land. And so if you're sick, you don't want to suddenly be feeling ill on the airplane. So do have your pet's health checked prior to travel. But saying that, hundreds of thousands of pets fly perfectly healthily and safely every year, and so you don't need to be overly concerned. Okay, my dog's very reluctant and giving me the side eye, because whenever I get out the stethoscope, then it's normally her time to have a vaccine, so she's a bit scared. So she's hiding. Anyway, yeah, the next thing to consider is the microchip, and the vaccine status. So, and it's my lovebird again. So is the microchip still working? Is the microchip still present? Does your pet have a microchip? And what about the rabies vaccine status? So most countries need you to have a rabies vaccine within the last year, and so in Singapore you don't need to have a rabies vaccine. In Hong Kong you need to have a rabies vaccine for dogs, but it's every 3 years. So many pets don't have a rabies vaccine, or they don't have a rabies vaccine within the last year, and so now is the time to get your rabies vaccine updated. Other advice is, of course, it's just going to vary depending on what country you're going to. But for me, I think the main thing I would say is there's some simple destinations to go to, like perhaps the EU doesn't have a lot of rules and regulations, or Canada, and there's complicated countries like Australia, New Zealand, Hawaii. There's some countries with a lot of rules, a lot of regulations. Japan, for example. But apart, so you need to speak to a pet shipper to get information on the details for the rules for these countries. But apart from that, the important thing is getting your pet so they're comfortable, so they can be in a travel crate and feeling relaxed during the journey, and the travel crate is their home from home and their den, their safe place, as opposed to being a a scary box which they've never been in before, and it's like a prison for them. So do get the do get the travel crate well in advance, and so you can start doing the crate training and preparation, so your dog or your cat is happy with the travel box. They've sniffed around in there, they've eaten some food in there, they've played with a toy in there, or maybe they've even fell asleep in there. So that's really important. Okay, so I hope that's helpful, and good luck with your pet travel planning, and good luck with your move. And if you have any questions, then feel free to send us a message or drop a comment, and we will let you know. Okay, thanks then. That's all from me and from Pepper. Okay, bye for now.